challenges that you faced when you were a management trainee at Nestle?
Getting into Nestle or any sort of big company management trainee is tough. It's real tough. And the challenge is, the reason why, the purpose of having a management trainee inside the company is the one that they select you and believe that you're the one that the future leader and the one that can deliver the business results. So they suppose you to work really hard and work smart at the beginning, right the first day. So basically my job was rotating to different departments, marketing, sales, trade marketing, sales training, all sort of things. So, but I don't have that privileges. I just rotate to 3 departments, and then they confirm me and to be AVM. But the challenge is there. If you are young, the only thing that you have is the knowledge in here, but it's not holding the way that you can put it into practice. But that you have the energies, you have the confidence, but don't overuse it. The confidence. With the energy, you have to put it in the right way to deliver the results. So my advice for you, if you are even a permanent staff or studying at any level, any sort of company, any sort of business, the thing that you have as a fresh graduate is to, may not work to die, but we gotta enjoy as well. But you're gonna work hard, you're gonna work really smart and show them that your potential. And learn, explore yourself, explore another angle in you, what you're good at and what you do not good at, what you prefer doing, what you don't. Trying to answer that kind of question. And don't panic if during the first job that you don't find it similar or something like you like to be doing. Doesn't matter. You can work for another company. That's fine. Or you can open your own business. So the question here is, find some place that you can grow and some place that you can enjoy doing. Thank you.
Thanks, Ron. I had a similar case, like what Huang was saying, don't panic. I had one student before, she graduated from here and then went on to work for one of the brands in Unilever, alright? One of the big brands of Unilever, I wouldn't say the brand first now. And it was, for her, she found it too challenging, because she had to work longer hours. She's not used to that, she has never worked before, alright? She never took part in any club activities, pretty much here. So she didn't see a lot of pressure besides really exam pressure, classroom pressure, that sort of thing. So when she went for this job, she lasted for 2 weeks. She had a good job, lasted for 2 weeks and then quit because she couldn't take the kind of a pressure, the kind of a challenge that the job had for her. Right? So there's a big challenge out there. The pressure is big out there. So the question is, how much can we do here to prepare ourselves before we get out there? All right? I'm sure Chang can also tell us what would be, for example, when you first started work at Nielsen, what were some of the challenges that you faced? What were some of the things that you didn't like doing?
Actually, many things.
There you go.
Actually, when you are a fresh graduate, you are very not familiar with professional work. Because out there, one doesn't require the high analytical skill and pressure and many tasks at the same time. So basically, I'm not a multitasker at that time. I'm not very a good time manager at that time, and I'm not a good analyzer as well. So the key three things I'm not good at in the first 2 months in Nielsen, and I'm very struggling. Many times I cry a lot because I cannot fulfill my job. And as many times I need to tell manager that I cannot do it. Can you help me? And can you show me some way to really develop myself? In the first 2 months in Nielsen, I need to ask a lot of questions. I need to talk with a lot of people, my supervisor, my manager, even my director, to see that how can I work out from the situation. And that right after 2 months, this is the time that you see that you can go beyond yourself. And at that time, I realized that I can do a multitask at the same time. I can like manage my time. We have the very capability that manager can tell you, and you can do it yourself. And the key thing is you want to do it or not. You want to like try hard and see the result or not. And I really try hard and I see the result right after 2 months. And right after 2 months, I think that this is my career, not my job anymore. Because this is the place that you enjoy working. And this is the place that you will feel very happy like to work. Then you're not working every day, you are like doing something that you like every day.
Can I just add to that? It's a really interesting point because Melvin described Tram here as a star when she was here at RMIT, yeah, and I have every reason to believe that she was. I wasn't here when you graduated. So this is a woman who's a star here, yeah, who's one of the best people that this place has produced, yeah, and gone on to business competitions in Australia. She gets into her first job, and suddenly she feels completely different. Yeah, no longer a big star. Actually, somebody who's thrown into a big job and actually has some fears and anxieties about her ability to do the job. But it was all about her attitude to that and the way that she approached that actually went on to make her a success in her job. Yeah, so remember that. You might be a big star here, but when you get into the workplace, and again what Juan was saying as well, have confidence, have energy, but also have some humility, yeah, to recognise that actually you've got a lot more to learn. And by talking to your supervisor, your manager, and asking them, then you can grow and learn a lot more.
What jobs do you think would be important for Vietnam, or will become more and more important, or maybe really important but not enough laborers in Vietnam in the near future?
So for me, it depends on your it depends on what you like, depends on your ability and your interest, then you can find a job. But you have to make sure that you are well trained and you are skillful enough, you are confident enough, and you have enough patience. Honestly, the turnover rate in Nelson is very high because the people get the job and don't have enough patience, and after that they come and they leave and they come back again, and they take a lot of time to like they waste a lot of time in running around and to find, like they want to find some hot job, they want to find some job that they have higher salary, but finally it is not the thing because you only need one job, and if you are skillful enough in that job, if you are patient enough to fulfill that, to follow that career, then you can develop. It doesn't need to follow some hard job, but it doesn't relate it to your ability and your interest.
We have mentioned a lot of like advantages of being an RMIT in the industry, but what are like the challenges of being the RMIT? So I think that it's really good for the students to be prepared for those challenges, as well as they know that the advantages they have of like being an RMIT graduate in the real world.
Wow. I think what she's trying to say is RMIT students have a certain kind of branding, certain kind of a perception, expectation. So, am I right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, how is this a challenge when these guys go out to work?
It's actually a really difficult question to ask. It depends on you, how you push the point, how you push yourself in what perspective. In anything, it could be a pros and cons. But what I can point out directly, here, admittedly, we have more advantages compared to disadvantages that you have. That's why you have to pay more compared to a local school. That's fair enough, right? Back to the challenge. One of the good example, I mean, like it's not a paradigm, but I think it's kind of perception. And we are trying to kind of remove that sort of thinking of RMIT student, because normally people think RMIT, I gotta be down to earth and be really honest to you guys, okay? So people say RMIT student, they get so easy to get in, and you know, just like that, you pay money. But it's not like that. If you be here, you actually study, you know the code failing one course, there's no repeated exam, but you have to pay another. But really, the thinking of outsider, I mean RMIT outsider, thinking this guy was just kind of, okay, professional, they're good at teamwork, but accept that, nothing else. And I tell you a funny story. When I got to Nestle and I applied for a management trainee program, when I got an interview with the OD, Organizational Development Managers, he said, in my life, I have never recruited any RMIT student. And I said, oh, holy shit, I'm gonna get out of here, I'm gonna fail out of the way. But it's not. You prove it. You're gonna prove it, what you have. I mean, but at the end of the row, I get in, and the only wanted to tell the 11s, then it says something about RMIT, right? So, back to your question, it's all about thinking that the challenge, that you have all the advantages of being professional, you're good at teamwork, you're good at presentation, you know your English works really well, and you know how to networking and interact with people in the proper manner, and how to, you understand all the cross-functional and cultural things. That's your advantage, but you need to put it in a little bit way when you look at any Vietnamese environment contact. I mean, especially deal with Vietnamese people, you gotta be cautious in putting your knowledge and thinking. That's why I said earlier, you have the confidence, but don't overuse it. That's the tip. Thank you.
Alright, thanks. One, did you study market research in RMIT? Yeah? And how did you find that course over here? How was it useful? Was it enough? Or what was it like? You don't need to tell us your grades, it's okay.
Honestly, when I take the course, I know all the theory, but I still couldn't imagine how I can use those theory to the real life. And when I first came to Nelson, in the interview, I totally answering the question of market research in a very wrong way, and luckily I still have a job. But when they evaluate the fresh graduate, they don't focus on your knowledge and your experience, but they focus on the way you present and you handle the challenges, handle the questions. And actually, RMIT gives us a big chance to present and to be very active in our courses. The thing I see RMIT student different from other students is your behavior, your manner. You are more confident in presenting, and you are more active, more proactive in the way you handle the question, handle the challenges from the interview and from work also. So that's the thing that you differentiate yourself from others. You have more chance, and I think that most of you can take this chance.